In this exercise, we're going to look at an existing drawing that is already open, and we're going to use the AutoCAD display commands and explore the user interface such as the ribbon a little bit more. Now in this particular drawing, what we have is it was saved with the full color layout view active, so the drawing opens to that layout, but also somebody has zoomed in to the north elevation on that layout. Now layouts are normally used for things like title blocks, views, elevations, in other words portraying your design intent. Your actual design and drafting is done in the Model tab. Now what you'll notice down towards the bottom of the screen on the command line here, there's the full color tab there. I can also go to the partial color tab, and you'll notice that goes to its extents there. If I go to the Model tab, you'll notice it goes to the drawing area, and you'll see the different elevations where they've actually been drawn full size. I'm now going to go back to the full color tab like so. Now we'll worry about tabs, layouts and so on in a minute. If you can't see the tabs, don't worry, I'll show you how to find them. But let's set this full color tab back to the extents of the title block. To do that, we go to the Home tab up here on the ribbon. We then go to the Utilities panel here and click on it. And there's our zoom settings there. At the moment it's set to extents. I'm going to click on the down arrow there, and I'm going to utilize extents there. I click on extents, and as you can see, AutoCAD zooms to the extents of the visible drawn objects on the screen. In this case, the title block. So our full color tab is now at the extents of the title block on that tab. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to have a quick look at zooming in and out at a particular view on the full color tab before we start looking at layout tabs, model tabs and so on. What we do is we take the crosshair like so, and I'm just going to click here to show you where I'm going to zoom to. I'm going to click there. Now what it will automatically do there, AutoCAD thinks that I'm going to select something, so I hit escape there to lose the specify opposite corner of the selection window. So my crosshair is in that position on the screen. If I roll upwards on the wheel mouse now, I zoom in, with the crosshair being the center of the zoom. If I roll downwards on the wheel mouse, as you can see, I zoom back out again. I'm going to roll upwards, and then I'm going to hold down the wheel on the mouse and keep it held down, and a hand symbol appears. When I drag the mouse with the wheel button held down, it pans in the drawing. They're known as real-time zoom and real-time pan, and as you can see now, I've zoomed to the doors there on that particular elevation on the Layout tab. To get back to the full view again, I go back to the Utilities panel here, I click on the arrow there, click on the down arrow for the zoom, and select Extents. And I'm now zoomed to the extent of the full color layout tab. So let's have a look at these tabs now. Now my tabs are set here at the bottom of the screen. There's the model tab, there's the partial color tab, and there's the full color tab. That's how I like them set. That's my personal preference, and that's the way older versions of AutoCAD used to work. Now if you haven't got those tabs there, don't worry. Let me show you something. If I right click over any of these tabs, a shortcut menu appears. And as you can see there, I've got Hide, Layout and Model tabs on the shortcut menu. If I click on that, the tabs disappear. They haven't gone for good. They're now down on the status bar down here. There's the Model button. If I click on that, it takes me back to the model space. If I click on the Layout button or right click on the Layout button, I can display Layout and Model tabs there. If I just click on it, left click, it'll take me to the next available layout. Now this is where I can utilize my quick view layouts by clicking on this button here. What will happen now, I can go to model, I can go to partial color tab, or I can go to full color tab. Now I do actually want to be in the model space, so I click on model here in the quick view layouts. That'll take me back to model, and then I can close my quick view layouts like so. So I'm back in the model space, but I want my tabs back at the bottom of the drawing area near the command line. So I right click here over the model button on the status bar, select on the shortcut menu display layout and model tabs, and there's my tabs back here. There's model, partial color and full color. So there's my model tab there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to utilize zoom window. Now again, up on the home tab here, and I go to the Utilities panel, click on the zoom flyout again like I've just done before, and select window this time instead of extents. Come into the drawing area. I'm now prompted for the first corner of my window that I'm going to select to zoom to. I'm going to use this view here on the left. I position my crosshair like so. I left click once and release the mouse button. I then drag the window to where I want it to go and left click again, releasing the mouse button. As soon as I do that second left click, AutoCAD zooms to the extent of the window I've selected. That's the zoom window command, probably one of the most commonly used commands in AutoCAD. So now that I've got that view set, I want to save my drawing. Now AutoCAD 2009 has a quick access toolbar. It's up at the top of the screen here. There's the big A for the menu browser, and to the right of it I have New, Open, Save, Plot, Undo, Redo. I want to save my drawing with this view, so I click on the little icon here that looks like a floppy disk, click on Save, and that has now saved that drawing with that view. So if I actually close the drawing, what will happen is when I next open it, it will open with that view current. So let's test that theory now. Let's go to the menu browser by clicking on the little down arrow here by the A, click on there, and the menu browser will come up on the drawing like so. I go to File by clicking on File on the left hand menu there, and I then click on Close. Now normally if I hadn't saved the drawing, a would you like to save prompt would come up, but I've already saved the drawing, so as soon as I click on Close now, what you'll see is I go back to my blank AutoCAD 2009 screen with no active drawings open. What I can do now though on the menu browser, which is really useful, is I can click on the down arrow next to the red A again and go to Recent Documents, bottom left here, and look, there's my 0206 drawing that I was working on. There's the view, and as you can see it was saved by myself. I click on that file and it opens that file with the view that I saved current. So as you can see there, very useful. AutoCAD remembers where you've been and remembers where you are in the drawing when you save the drawing.